Fallout 76 Update Notes for January 21, 2025. Armor fixes include the following. T65 Tricentennial Paint now correctly states it works with the T65 armor set. Best builds error fixed where an issue caused by liking or unliking a best build would cause inconsistent text for the button. Camp and workshops fixes include improved pet spawns so they would no longer get stuck at the border of camps. Also fixed an issue where some players could no longer build the mole safety cutout despite knowing the plan. FYI, if you have not learned the recipe for the mole safety cutout, it can be earned as a reward from dangerous pastimes. Changed vertical spacing between camp slots in the menu have been decreased appropriately. Fixed an issue preventing the plastiform blue star from being built in camp. Fixed the build menu icon for the winter retreat. Fixed the build menu icon for the mounted jackalope head. Also made adjustments on the collision winter retreat. Fixed the build limit for billboards. Fixed an abrupt transition when moving out of snow aurora weather. All instances of the Gleaming Depths shelter are now consistently named. Counterfeit bottle cap machine will now correctly generate lead and aluminum. Counterfeit bottle cap machine no longer shares a build limit with campfires. Creatures changes include the Scorchbeast and Scorchbeast Queen no longer continuously fire their sonic blast attack. Events changes and fixes include the following. During seismic activity, if the corpse of the Ultrasight Titan remains from a previous run, it will now despawn before the next run. Plastiform rewards now correctly display activate instead of use. Fixed an issue causing super mutants to drop more caps than expected. Changes and fixes made to Gleaming Depths include, Mothman is no longer whispering in the Gleaming Depths. The electricity hazard on top of the EN06 Guardians platform will now become active sooner. Vulcan Research Lab health and progress bars are now localized. The electric field in the EN06 Guardian fight has been expanded to cover the intended range on the Guardians platform. Fixed an issue where the Epsilon Squad trophy wasn't being granted to players who completed the fight under the required time limit. Dev team is still investigating reports of performance issues within the Gleaming Depths raid. Changes and fixes made to items include, added mutation suppression to the effect descriptions for RadX and RadX Diluted. Developers noted that the mutation suppression description was added to the RadX Diluted by mistake. RadX Diluted does not suppress mutations, and we will remove the mutation suppression description from it in the next patch. Sorry for any confusion. Fixes to quests are as follows. Quest the Ol Weston Shuffle, fixed an issue that would prevent Johnny from shooting at the end of the quest. The Quest Hunter for Hire, fixed an issue where Roper and Jackie were unresponsive to quest actions. The Quest Novice of Mysteries, fixed a rare case where the quest could get stuck. Fixes and changes to weapons include the following. Fixed cauterizer displaying static VFX when on a weapon rack. Adjusted the smoke effects of the Gauss minigun. Revolutionary Sword now uses the correct melee weapon icon in the weapon wheel. Fixed an issue where colored baseball bats would not display their correct textures. The description of the lickety-split weapon now correctly states that railway spikes shatter and ricochet for up to 30 damage. Miscellaneous fixes include, mute pings and unmute pings are now localized. Fixed an issue where some players were unable to earn the player title Vault and Dweller, despite completing Vault 76. Supplies will correctly display in the Pip-Boy Currencies tab. Owned Nuclear Winter player icons will now appear again in the Atomic Shop. Fixed an issue which could cause bats firing to be misaligned on some ultra-wide screens. Screen narration accessibility setting will now display correctly in all languages. The motorized butter churn will now be found in the Resources tab of the Workshop menu. Season Booster widget will now correctly display boosters carried over from the previous season. In the Social menu, there should no longer be a blue shadow being cast on the text of player names who are online. Fixed inconsistent capitalization in some legendary effect descriptions. Fixed a typo in the Golden Enclave officer outfit. Player titles will no longer obscure the player's face from a distance. Removed extra word outfit from the name of Grim Reaper outfit and headwear. Nuka World on Tour's Bottle Blaster game now correctly calculates the Nukacade points earned. Fixed an issue that caused the splash informational screen to not display correctly when launching the game on Xbox. Fixed an issue causing mutated party packs to not drop after completing the mutated version of Safe and Sound. Mods fixes and improvement include, updated the description for the 1-star bolstering mod to correctly state that it grants up to plus 35 energy resistance and damage resistance, the lower your health. Currently plus 0, currently plus will display the current value applicable for that player. Improved descriptions on the barrel mods for the Karma Syringer. Fixed an issue with duplicate text in many legendary effect descriptions. Electrician's 4-star mod now correctly persists after the player dies. Fixes and changes to perks. Legendary Charisma now counts towards the perk sharing requirement. When attempting to share a perk card you do not meet Charisma requirements for, the required Charisma is now shown. Fixes to the UI include, 4-star legendary flyouts will now display the correct mod and appear and disappear appropriately. Some lunchbox effects now provide more informative descriptions in the Pip-Boy. Improved maximum quantity behavior on purchase window. Fixed an issue which could cause some UI overlap when viewing item statistics or camp slots. Pip-Boy no longer shows 3D renderings of items after a list becomes empty. Updated UI of ammo per shot to show currently instanced weapon rather than default weapon value. Fixed an issue which would cause the first letter to not display in the disclaimers for AP and carry weight boosters. This is quite an extensive update which would greatly increase the Fallout 76 experience for all players.